All right, so we're gonna get into the Fantastic Four a little bit here before we get into our show reactions. So obviously, if you guys didn't see, we did a reaction to the Fantastic Four. I'll be honest with you, man. I've seen a lot of reactions to the trailer at this point, as well as watched the trailer multiple times. This is very 50-50. I feel like a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do like it. We're really like 50-50. Whereas most of the time I see it go one way or the other. You know what I mean? Like this is very like either people love it or people don't. Okay, cool. So what I did want to do is I wanted to start with showing how all of the members of the Fantastic Four from each of the iterations looks on screen. So obviously, take the bottom right with a grain of salt. It's not a full high-def photo because it's just a screenshot from the trailer itself. So it's the best picture I could come up with at this point. But obviously, if this was blown up in high def, it would look a little bit more like all that you see here. What I will say, just in regards to the trailer itself, okay, let me start here. I'm a fan of these outfits, personally. I like, of all of them, I thought the ones from the earlier iterations kind of tried to look, well, not the early one. I never saw the 1994 version. Full disclosure, I never saw the early one. Never saw it. No idea. Horrible. Yeah, well, but it was 1994. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know what you expect 94. From the other ones, I think they tried to go too advanced with the costumes and maybe could have been a little bit simpler, especially this 2015 nonsense, which I try to erase from my memory because it was fucking ass. So, like, this is really bad. I like these costumes a lot for the Fantastic Four. That being said, I'm still going to say what I've been saying this whole time. This is the first time outside of the... What's the one to the top right? What year did that come out? 2000? Is that 2005? No.
Wait, the top right? That's
top right.
Latest, that was 20.
That's not 15.
That's 15. Top right is 15.
Isn't 15 the left?
No, 15. No, left corner is 15. That came out probably in 2008, 2004. If I'm not
I was gonna say it's like 2000s. Like okay. So yeah, 2000. It is 2005. Yeah, Fatal J said 2005. It's 05. They literally made them 10 years apart. All of them, all the movies. Which is weird, but 2005 still has the best looking suits. I don't know if I would take these suits on the top right versus the new ones.
So
I don't know that I would. Two different Fantastic Fours though, as well. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So the suits from the first one are actually from the Fantastic Four cartoon, I believe, the animation cartoon animation.
Yes.
The second one actually comes from, I believe that's the late 80s, early 90s version of the Fantastic Four cartoon. I don't know what the hell they were doing with the Michael B. Jordan thing. Like somebody just really tried to like have their wet dream with that. Mm-hmm. The latest suits, and the thing I keep saying about it, they wanted to make sure that they kept the legacy and look of what it was in the 1960s comics, but they cleaned it up. So they made it like, let's be clear. The first one looks like Star Trek, the 1960s Star Trek uniforms. Like they got big fours. Like, are they superheroes? Or are they running a marathon and whatnot?
Yeah.
The 90s, they tried to make it swank and cool and all that, but so and realize that this is just the beginning of the Fantastic Four. We don't know. From looking in the movie, you will see that this will change through the eras. People that are hating on this thing have no idea what they're gonna get. They just saw, it's gonna be old, it's gonna be 1960s, and that's why they're hating on it and whatnot. But they have no idea what could be coming. There are things like they haven't showed you. It's just a teaser, for God's sake, and whatnot.
And the thing is that we have to start realizing this is Jack Kirby's design.
This is very Jack Kirby. The whole thing is very Jack Kirby.
And if you know anything about comic books, you don't throw shade on that man.
It's a legend.
It's Stan Lee, Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
Jim Steranko. Todd McFarlane, you can add in that fucking list too. But you do not throw shade on his design. This is directly from these comic books. This is directly from 1960s. And this is not the 616. I don't know how many fucking times I gotta say it. This is not the 616 Fantastic Four.
Unless they do some type of crazy time jump, it's not. Unless they do some type of crazy time jump, it's probably not. I don't know if that's Marvel's plan. I have no idea. But unless they do that, it's not.
And you're getting Franklin Richards, and you might get his sister as well.
Yeah.
So you're going to geek out in this fucking movie. You gotta realize the Council of Richards. You talking about one of the undeniably smartest persons in the Marvel universe, with his son and daughter, which are the top notch of the fucking Marvel universe, might be coming in this movie.
Just saying.
I mean, Fatal, I see your comment, bro. I mean, like, I'll bring up what he said, but like, I'm just gonna share this first and then look at that. So he said, if we go by Jack Kirby, the first picture is more comic accurate. This is literally Jack Kirby's comic right here. You're gonna tell me the first costumes look more authentic than the ones we just saw? I'll put it back up for a side by side. But
they don't. You're just looking at the 4 on the chest. Yeah. It's the black suits with the black collar, the blue suits with the black collar, and Jack Kirby's. That doesn't look. The ones that they have in the first one look like Star Trek uniforms.
And I can show you a picture of the Jack Kirby's iteration of this suit. I have the screenshots.
All right. That being said, I'm going to give my quick takeaways again without getting into too much. I've watched the trailer multiple times. I've seen multiple people's reactions. Here's what I'll say. I'm still iffy on Pedro. I love you, Pedro. I'm still iffy on Pedro. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I don't know that he's going to sell me. I don't know that he's going to sell me on being Mr. Fantastic. I'm so serious. I love him to death. He's my Joel. He's fantastic. I love him. I don't know that I'm going to be sold on him as this. It seems like a Disney pipeline hire because he was in Mandalorian. I'll be honest with you. And I love him. I do. I hope he sells me. I really hope he sells me.
We have to look at it this way. Okay, so if it's a Disney pipeline hire, right? Mm-hmm. Did he do a good job in Mandalorian?
I don't know because I don't watch Star Wars. So
he did a great job in Mandalorian.
Okay, I love Pedro. He's a great actor.
I know, but this is where we go. This is where we're going. He did a good job with Joel. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, in The Last of Us, he's great. Yeah. That's Joel. He does it.
His acting chops are there.
Yeah, I agree. And
I hope one person I can expect to play Reed Richards is him.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
The age is right, the height, everything is right with him.
The height's not right.
The height is almost damn near right.
The height's not right. It's not. The height's not right. Pedro's short. It's fine.
Is right. He's standing on a box right there. It doesn't matter.
Pedro's short. It's fine.
You're talking about short kings right now?
Yeah, I'm taller than Pedro. I am.
If he has this, he's the Mr. Fantastic. The man can stretch as long as he fucking wants.
Or whatever. I'll let that go. Here's what I think personally, right? I personally wait. Is Deezy here? Deezy's here. Deezy, what up, bro?
Hello, monkeys.
How's work, man?
It's taxing, is what it is. It's taxing.
I hear you. Thanks for being here, bro. You're just in time.
What'd I miss?
We're just talking shit about the Fantastic Four. That's what we do.
What else are we talking about?
The man in the chair said Pedro's too short to play Mr. Fantastic.
It's not what I said.
He's tiny. No, he's a tiny boy.
He is though.
He's a tiny boy. It's gonna be camera tricks to make him look taller than Kirby 100%. Right there. 100%. Like this is all that's camera tricking, man. That's how they make Tom Cruise look huge or everything. Like Tom Cruise is a little baby boy too.
Mm-hmm. Don't be talking about these short kings out here. They get really
it's angry. All good. Listen. I ain't got nothing against them, but I'm calling the facts, yo. Like, he looked like a 2-year-old standing next to the mountain in freaking Game of Thrones, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about Game of Thrones. His acting chops in that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. See, I was listening to you, man. Acting chops aside, bro. Like, I don't know. He has to truly sell me. I don't think he's the fit for this. He will have to sell me hard on it.
Let me
tell you who I had no doubt about. I had no doubt about John Krasinski when I saw him do it.
Yeah,
not one doubt in my mind.
Not one
until he got linguini'd. But
yep,
that's not his fault. That was the writing.
That's not his fault. That's the writing in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness.
But he fit the bill to a T.
The man had a fucking minute and a half line.
It didn't matter. He fit the bill. He had the look.
Minute and a half line.
There is a lot more to casting a person than their acting chops. Do they look right for the role?
And you telling me
you know how many people probably put
the gray hair?
Do you know how many people? Do you know how many people probably had their hair curled off to the side? You know, trying to look like Wolverine. One dude looked right when they did it on him, and he's the guy who did it for 20 years.
Yeah, but you get thanks. That's thanks. You thanking Fox for that one.
I don't give a crap who I'm thanking. It's just about the right casting for the roles. He has work to do in this movie to prove that he really truly belongs in that blue suit.
But you also got to realize one thing: the acting chops that Hugh Jackman had.
Hugh Jackman was a largely unknown actor when he got into that role of Wolverine.
The Illusionist, he was
a largely unknown
Illusionist,
actor.
and he did Broadway for fucking how many years?
Yeah, well, guess what? Who watches Broadway? Not the same people who watch his movies.
But it gives you more acting chops in Broadway than they do.
It doesn't matter, man. Look, he fit the part. He acted his way through the rest of it, but he had to look right first. That's the first thing. He doesn't look right. First and foremost, you are on camera.
He doesn't need to look right.
You need to look.
Just because he's short, he doesn't look right. Wolverine is not 6'2".
No,
okay,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about that.
But does he look right?
No.
Does Hugh Jackman look right as Wolverine? No, he doesn't. He sold it with his acting chops. Point blank.
All right.
Point blank, period. If you're going by height or the way he looks, he sold it with his acting chops. If he has a chance to sell this shit with his acting chops, he's gonna knock it out the park.
I'll rescind part of that statement that I made about him. However, everyone else in the MCU has to be casted correctly. He just does not sell me on his thing. And I think I'm a little zaddied out though, man. Like every time I turn around, this dude is in something else, man.
He's in everything.
Because he's good.
He is
getting
good.
that check.
He's good. You can't complain because the man is good now. Come on now.
I'm just getting tired of seeing the brother. That's all I'm saying. I'm tired of seeing him, man.
That being said, if I have two takeaways, here's what I do think personally. After rewatching the trailer, I've watched it probably 5 times now, honestly, and done freaking and watched reaction. I think Vanessa Kirby is gonna crush as Sue. I think she's gonna crush it. I think she's gonna crush it. And like, say whatever you want about Jessica Alba, Smoke Show back in that movie, love her, all that. As far as being a Sue Storm, Vanessa Kirby's gonna crush it. I just have that feeling she's gonna be great in the role. Dude from freaking Stranger Things, Joseph Quinn as Johnny. I think he's gonna do all right.
That's where I have a problem at.
No, I think he's gonna be fine.
What has he done since just Stranger Things?
That doesn't mean he's not going to be good.
That doesn't mean he's not going to be good.
So I can use the same argument. I can use the same argument for Pedro. You guys are taking it from one movie. I'm taking it from fucking multiple years of acting, multiple years on stage, multiple years of doing the right thing and knocking it out the fucking park.
Listen, I don't know nothing about that little kid on the end. I never watched Stranger Things.
But you're taking it from a one show.
He might suck.
One show.
He might suck.
Stranger Things.
He might suck.
And he's gonna fucking suck.
He might suck.
We don't know that. He might suck.
But my problem is better though.
I don't know if Pedro's going to be good or not either. He might be great in this.
I don't.
He might be absolutely great in this.
Yeah, he might be great.
Nobody thought he could pull off Joel either.
I was worried about Joel, and then he crushed it.
Because we doubt doesn't mean anything. We can doubt. There's nothing wrong with doubting.
The reason why, okay, and this is me going back to, obviously you guys know, I've played both the Last of Us games hours and hours. I played them multiple times, right? Every time you see Joel, he's a gruff, very, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of character. And when I see Pedro Pascal, I don't see that. But he pulls it off.
The guy in the Corona commercials.
Right. I see the guy in the Corona commercials, right? No, he's right, though. That's who I see.
Oh, man. Aaron, you haven't seen Game of Thrones.
I have seen Game of Thrones. I've seen him in Game of Thrones. He's good in that. I agree.
But he played a fancy Dornish prince in Game of Thrones too.
He played a prince in
Yeah, that kicked fucking ass.
Okay.
It didn't matter if he kicked ass. He didn't look gruff. He was pretty.
That kicked ass.
And he was boning his sister. Like, whatever, man.
That wasn't his sister.
Joel was a very like, at the end of the day, I'll just call it. Joel's an asshole in The Last of Us. He is an asshole. And I had fears that Pedro was not going to be able to pull off, I am an asshole. I still have fear that in season 2, he won't be able to do it that great. I hope he does.
Yeah,
Can he play an asshole?
I think you're being. I think you guys are being a little bit hard, and you know, at the end of the day, the man. Listen, I wasn't sold on him either. I like y'all. Like I like John Krasinski. Looked more like Reed Richards.
He does
than Pedro, but I could never take away Pedro's acting chops. His ability to sell you on what he's doing is there, whether we like what he looks like or not. So it's not the worst, because dude from Fantastic Four #1, like I don't know, like who the hell used like paint on the side of his head and put him in front of the damn camera, because that shit looks terrible. And I don't even want to talk about the thing sitting back there in Fruit of the Looms. That shit's nasty.
Well, you know what my problem is? Can we get rid of that one next week? Like, I'm tired of seeing a naked thing, though, man. Like, I ain't trying to see all of that, dog.
That's why they shadowed the middle part, bro.
Like, who in the hell said, you know what? Thing just gonna be naked.
Let's let him be naked around naked with his shit out.
Just walking around naked with his rock balls hanging out. Come on.